Hi guys, and welcome back to Reads Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And today I'm bringing you a cozy Merry Bookmas TBR. Ooh. I have a, found this hot chocolate at Walmart. Starbucks peppermint. It's okay. It's a little, there's like an off taste with it. But the more I drink it, the more I like it. I'm just gonna set that out of the way. As you can see, I'm not doing my Read the Rainbow. I'm currently working on a new Read the Rainbow board that will premiere in January. With all new rules, all new prompts, all new everything. It's going to be so much fun. But I got my little notebook here from each of the challenges. As y'all know, myself, Mel from Completely Melanie, and Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me host the Merry Bookmas Readathon. I have my stack here of all the books that I am reading for it. Yes, there are 2, 3, 5 that have 2, so I have 18 books here to talk to you about. Because there's one that's not part of the readathon because I couldn't really find a spot for it, but I'm buddy reading it, so let's just go into it. The second book of this is going to be my quote-unquote punishment book, but we'll get to that because it fits for a prompt. But let's just get into what I'm reading for each prompt. Now, if I finish all of these, amazing. If I don't, I don't. I'm now doing this whole, I'm also planning a wedding. We also have Christmas coming up. We have holidays. If I don't read my books, so be it. I'll just add a punishment book and try to at least read the punishment books every month. That's going to be a new rule for me going forward because there might be tons of other things that I might be working on. So, challenge number 1. Okay, we did, if y'all remember, we did Tropes this year for Merry Bookmas. And our first trope of Bookmas is to read a book with the chosen one trope. And I was informed that this one works. This also works for Second Chance because I didn't actually get to this one when I was supposed to buddy read it with Kaylani earlier this year. But that is A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Suttleworth. All I know is fairies, queer, something about 4 queer teens each one holding a key to saving the world. And Kaylani raves about this, and I've been dying to read this. This one and the next one, I think, are my longest books on this. But I am super excited to read this, and I was told that there is a chosen one trope in here. So that's why I chose that. Challenge number 2 trope number 2 is second chance, which is like give a book a second chance, an author a second chance. It's very much for interpretation. For this, I chose what I am calling my punishment book. I can either start at the beginning and reread it. I may go back a little bit and reread some, but I'm afraid that if I reread from the beginning, I might find it a little boring again. But my second chance book, I'm going to make both Mel, Kaylani, and Sterling all really, really happy by finishing this. That is A House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. Last time I read this, I got to page 438, and I put it back on the shelf because I was just bored. So with the little tabs up here, I might go 1, 2, 3, 6. I may decide to read this in 6 days and see where we go from there. But now that Kaylani has gifted this book also to Sterling, and Sterling absolutely loved it. I am more inclined to actually try to finish this. He devoured it in 3 days. I may try to do that during a weekend. Who knows? With everything we got planned in December, who knows? So next is the trope of Bookception, which I have 2 books for this. Now, everyone that has 2 books, the first book is the one that I'm going to focus on reading for it, but if I get to read this other one as well, I will love that, because some of them have just, the other ones have just, some of the others have just kind of rolled over onto this so that I can get to it, if that makes sense. Now, the first one I have for Bookception is Meet Cute Club by Jack Harbin. What if true love wasn't just for the books? All I know is it's about a guy named Jordan Collins. Something about having a book club, and the guy he knows who makes fun of him for reading romance decides to show up, and it's a enemies to friends to lovers kind of romance. I'm really gonna have to get used to this ring light, because that is a lot of light. Fuck. But yeah, so, and I am super excited about this. It's super short. Maybe one of the first ones that I read in the month, because it's short. It's 229 pages. I have heard nothing but good things. I just know this involves a bookstore and a book club, and I'm super excited. The other one I have for Bookception has been pushed off to like 3 different TBRs now, and I would like to finish it this year, and that is Isn't It Bromantic by Lisa K. Adams, which is the latest in the Bromance Book Club. This follows the Russian story as he writes his own romance novel. I am excited for that as well. And I had started it once upon a time. It's just other things became more important. Now, next we have either a Friends to Lovers or an Enemies to Lovers prompt, which is the tropes. You can choose one or the other. I think I have one for each. The one that I really want to read for this is An Unexpected Kind of Love by Hayden Stone, which a bookstore owner, Aubrey Barnes, and an American actor, Blake Sinclair, where they start filming in his bookstore, and he cannot stand the American actor. I have heard so many good things about this in the queer romance world. I know this is also supposed to have a kind of Notting Hill vibe. It's only 284 pages, which is awesome. Like, people who have read this said that if you love the movie Notting Hill with Julia Roberts, that you will really love this. And I really love that movie, so I am super excited. The other one I have for Enemies to Lovers and Friends to Lovers is a Friends to Lovers that I know I'm not going to get to in November, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving when I'm filming this. And I have barely touched November's TBR. It's been a month. So, and I really am excited for this, and that is Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World by Benjamin Allery Sons. I really want to read this because I have reread the first one recently. So I want to dive back into this and read while the other one is still fresh on my mind. This only has 516 pages. But this follows Aristotle and Dante now that they're dating. and I'm super excited. It has a lot to hold up to. Next, we have Small Town for a prompt, and I was told by Kaylani that this counts for Small Town. So because of her telling me it counts for Small Town, I'm using it for Small Town. And that is At Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert, which is the only Brown sister that I haven't read. I know this involves a bed and breakfast owner, and Eve, I want to say, runs over him with her car, so she helps out. Other than that, that's all I know. I am a super huge fan of the two previous books, the other two Brown sisters, so I'm super excited to finally read Eve's story. And I cannot wait. But Eve has a lot to live up to because Dani, she's fucking phenomenal. And I've heard mixed things on Eve's story after reading Dani's from people, but I know Kaylani really loves Eve as well, so I'm super excited. And this also does give me more POC rep. This gives me mental health rep. This gives me a lot of different reps, like plus size rep. I know it has like a lot of different representations in this, and I am excited. And I thought I would change it up a little bit with something that wasn't queer. Because I'm reading a lot of queer. Next is, the next trope we have is trope number 6, which is games/competitions. And for that, I have 2 books that I am damn well determined to read. For this is one of those ones where both will get read. I don't care if I fuck up on another prompt. Both of these will get read. Ooh, excuse me. The first one is The Charm Offense by Alison Cochran. Sterling does not read adult romance, hardly ever. And he gave this 5 stars. So if you can make Sterling love it, then I'm down. And I know this involves a gay dating show or a reality dating show called Ever After, where the Prince Charming and one of the people off to the side, I want to say, that works on the show, fall in love. That's all I know, and that's all I really want to know. And for the fact that Sterling absolutely loves this, do I need any more than that? No, I don't. And the other one is book 2 to The Foxhole Court, and that is The Raven King by Nora Safegic. I read Foxhole Court. Matter of fact, I finished it last week, and that ending blew my mind. And I haven't been angry at a book in a while. Like, physically, the book made me angry to the point where I had to give it 5 stars because it brought an emotion, and I haven't been that angry since I think I read The Serpent King. So, this is just book 2. This follows Neil. Oh, I forgot the other dude's name. I want to say it's Neil and Kevin. But this is just a continuation of that. I know they play a game called XB, which is kind of like rugby and lacrosse mated, and you put it on ice. So on hockey skates. I still don't fully understand the game, but I really love the characters and I wanted to continue to see if this may become one of my favorite series. Next, our 7th prompt is retelling. I have put this book off and off because I know I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. It is a retelling of, I want to say, the Iliad. Iliad is the one that's the the Battle of Troy, right? I want to say this is a retelling of the Iliad. Yes, because the Odyssey follows Odysseus. Yes. And that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Achilles and Patroclus' story is one of my favorite in all of Greek mythologies. Achilles is one of my all-time favorite Greek heroes, and we all know how his story ends. So I am excited to see how she portrays it in this. I do know that Kaylani recently read this and she didn't fully like it. Like, she gave it 4 stars, but she didn't connect enough to bawl her eyes out. So I'm a little hesitant now. I realized a lot of these are on here because of Kaylani. That's weird. I didn't mean to do that on purpose, guys. But yeah. So I'm super excited to read this one for retellings. Next, our next prompt is, or trope number 8 is fake dating. And I don't know why I haven't read this yet, because fake dating is my all-time favorite trope. Like, I just love a good enemies to lovers or fake dating romance. And that is, this one was one of my most anticipated reads. I'm still shocked that I haven't read it. But that is Date Me, Bryson Keller by Kevin Van Wy. All I know is, everyone knows about the dare. Each week, the king of Fairvale Academy, Bryson Keller, must date someone new. First person to ask him out on Monday morning. Oh yeah, he has to date someone new, whoever asks him out on that Monday morning. And then a closeted boy asks them out and they go from there. That's all I know. And that's all I really want to know. It's hard to open if that tells you how new, pristine this book is. I am so fucking excited for this. You have no idea. It says on the back, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Can you fall for someone in 5 days? We keep breaking all the rules. Oh, I cannot wait. Trope number 9 is close quarters. I got told by Kaylani, again, that this counts as close quarters, so I'm taking her word for it. But that is, I will be reading Neon Gods by Katie Roberts. I am so fucking excited. I am a huge Hades and Persephone fan. Like, Persephone is one of my favorite Greek goddesses. I want to read more on Hades. I may do like some research on Hades because I have a thing going where you cannot tell me otherwise. But out of the 3 brothers, Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus, or let's just compare Hades to Zeus. Hades is such a better person than Zeus ever was or ever will be. Hades is that spouse we all look to. He lavishes his wife in wealth and power and everything you can think of. Ugh. Granted, he did kind of trick her into staying with him in hell, but that's a totally other different story. He doesn't he doesn't disguise himself as an animal and force women to fuck him like Zeus does. So, I am so excited I'm excited to expand my reading into some Hades and Persephone, and I just recently read the first volume of Lore Olympus, so I'm super excited for more Hades and Persephone inspired romance. Because the way the book ended. Next is one that we have 2 books for, again, and that is trope number 10, which is Found Family. And I am doing a read-along, so I chose Heart Song by T.J. Klune, because this is the next one we have to read in the Green Creek series, and to me, this is the epitome of a found family. This band of misfit gay werewolves and humans is just my favorite bookish family, like, of all time. Has my favorite bookish mother in all of literature, and that is Elizabeth Bennet, because amazingness. But gay werewolves, that's all you need to know. And the other one is because I didn't get to it in November like I wanted to. I think I read too many Alice Oseman books at once, so it's kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't really want to read another. You know what I mean? But I'm super excited about it, and that is Loveless by Alice Oseman. All I know is this involves an asexual main character. Is she destined to remain loveless, or has she been looking for the wrong thing all along? That is all I know, and that's all I want to know. And I looked up Loveless on a few lists to see if it had any tropes that I could blend it into this, because I'm really excited for it. And I found it in a review that it says the friend group in here is the epitome of found family, so I'm extremely excited for that. Next is trope number 11, and that is royalty. Now, one is a reread, one is not. And when I say it's Rhea that I'm buddy reading this with, and that is, we're going to be both rereading Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey Mcqueston, which is one of my all-time favorite romances. I read this every year, and I haven't read that since this came out. I have read it every year at least once. I read it before it came out in 2019. I read it in 2018, 2019, 2020. I read it twice, and then I haven't read it at all this year. So we're going to reread this because she never uploaded a review on NetGalley, so I told her I would buddy read it with her. And I'm excited for more Alex and more Henry, and with the movie announcements. Oh, I've also found that there's some alternate covers you can buy for the paperbacks, which I need. And the other one that I'm really excited for, I was supposed to buddy read it earlier on in the year, which I think I was supposed to buddy read it with Kehlani. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, This is the 6th mention of Kaylani, I think. 6th or 7th. But she really enjoyed it. But that is Playing the Palace by Paul Rudnick, which I may go ahead and maybe one of my first ones that I read. It's when a lonely American event planner starts dating the gay Prince of Wales, and a royal uproar ensues. Is it true love or the ultimate meme? Find out in this hilarious romantic comedy. It is super short. If I read it, awesome. If not, awesome. It's one of those that I'm super excited for it. But, buddy reading this, and I also love the fact that both my royal books on here, which also I think Neon Gods would count for royalty as well, so would A Dark and Hollow Stars, because I know that has royalty in it, and I think Crescent City also falls into this as well, but I just love the fact that they're both pink. So who knows, I may get tons of things read in December. Because I plan on starting with all the short books and then get longer. I think I may do play Crescent City throughout it. And last but not least for the Merry Bookmas Readathon, that is trope number 12. And that is Animal Companion, or to read the group read. Which, obviously, I will be reading Wilder Lore, The Accidental Apprentice by Amanda Foody. All I know is Harry Potter meets Pokemon. And I will probably read this towards the end of the month, because our live show for this is on Mel's channel at 1 p.m. on 3 p.m. Eastern on January 1st. Might as well bring in the new year. I also got tons of videos I need to film in December too. So yeah. But I'm excited for this. I'm all down for anything that mixes. This has animal companions that you bind with. So I'm super excited, and we've been told that it's got wintry vibes. And then the last book that I will mention for my December TBR is the only one that I'm buddy reading with Mel's buddy read group besides the group read, is the next in our Rick Riordan books, and that is the Demigod Diaries, which are a bunch of just short stories and games and stuff like that, so that we can complete our buddy read of this. And then I think we read Greek Heroes in January, which I still need to get. But I am excited for this as well. This will be my 3rd time reading the Demigod Diaries, I think. But with Mel's group on Twitter, we are reading all of Rick Riordan's books in a specific order so that we can complete all of his middle grade books. That's what we're focusing on, is the Percy Jacksons, the Egyptian, the Greek, the Roman, the Norse. All of those is what we're completing. So I am excited that by the end of next year we will have completed Rick Riordan, and Mel is loving it. This is Mel's first time reading through. Next year we're going to get to books that I haven't read, so I'm excited about that. So I know January starts one that I haven't read, so I'm excited. But those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 books on my December TBR. Now, like I said, if I read them all, yay! If I don't, Oh well, I'm gonna try to do my best. We do have the movie marathons on Scener on the 4th and the 5th on Mel's, or on Scener at 3 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to be watching 3 different Christmas movies. We are, there is the whole, the next Green Creek live show is that following Sunday after the second Sunday in December on my channel, where we're going to discuss Raven's Song. And if you want to read it, Love Song Part 1. And then I've got all of my end of the year videos to bring you in December. So lots of fun and exciting content coming your way soon. I also need to continue making the new TBR board, so that'll be exciting. But comment down below and let me know if you've read any of these books. Are there any on this list that you really want to know my thoughts on? Which I could probably already tell you. It's probably going to be Crescent City. Isn't it romantic? I think y'all would say something about Aristotle. Probably Eve Brune. Probably Achilles and the Young Gods. Loveless. I could see y'all saying quite a bit of them. Also comment down below and let me know, are you taking part in Merry Bookmas? This is one of our favorite readathons to do. I'm super excited. I love all of our seasonathons. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you're new, might as well hit that thumbs up if you like it. You might as well hit subscribe because you want to know, am I going to read all 18? Who knows? We have several little books, so the potential's there. I've only got 3 big, gigantic books. So there is potential for me to read quite a bit of these. And I'm actually more excited about this TBR than I was for November, and that's saying something. Because I'm so behind in November's. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Remember, kids, always be fabulously yourself. Until next time. Oh boy. And a boy.